If you're watching this video and have not attended this session, be sure to scan the QR code, fill out the form to record your attendance.
Okay guys, Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon. How are you all doing? Today we will start off the Security Plus study group sessions. So for this session, we will just provide a brief introduction about the certifications, the exam structure, certification tips and tricks, how much does the exam cost, some tips that you can use. So yeah, please Ali. Okay, so this is our agenda today. We have 9 things to cover. So first I will introduce what the Security Plus certification is. I will show you some jobs that actually require this certification. Then why should we get the certification? Why is it relevant? Exam details and the structure. So the topics that are covered and all that. And the exam domains and the weightage. So how much is each domain worth? The external study materials. So these are websites, YouTube videos that you guys can watch. And study group objectives and structure. So how this study group will function, what will we provide that will be of value to you inshallah. And the key exam preparation tips, so how to better prepare. Certification exam tips, so the actual tips while you're doing the exam. And the conclusion. So yeah, let's start off with the introduction to the Security Plus certification. So, have you guys heard of the Security Plus, CompTIA Security Plus certification? Show of hands. No? Yes? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, CompTIA is an organization that provides leading certifications. And they are the most recognized certification leader in the IT industry. So, the Security Plus is recognized in more than 100 countries, especially in the US. If you want to get a federal job in the US government, this will 100% be a requirement. Then we have the it is a key certification for many cybersecurity roles. So especially for entry-level roles, this is a very important certification. Yeah, like I said, it is an entry point for IT security careers, and it's required by many government and large organizations. Is that it? Okay. So I put this picture for you guys, so just so you can see where this certification lies in terms of the CompTIA provided certifications. So here you can see in the core skills, we can see that Security Plus is one of the core certifications that you need, right? So the Security Plus, it will provide all the foundational concepts that you need in order to get that entry-level job. And it is not a practical certification. I want that to be clear. It's not a practical certification. It's theoretical based. But it provides a lot of concepts that are not covered here in our university, unfortunately. Okay, so basically when you get the Security Plus, inshallah, you will be able to, for example, go to the Pen Test Plus, Cybersecurity Analyst Plus, and Cybersecurity Practitioner, I believe, yep. So this will allow you to go get these other certifications if you would like to do that. Okay, so why should we get the Security Plus? Why should I waste my time studying 6 months and studying some practice exams, multiple choice questions? Why should I do that? Well, this morning actually I spent like around 30 minutes looking at jobs on LinkedIn. And as you can see, I just chose 3 random jobs, right? So this one, it's a company called Anotech. It's here in Qatar. And actually you can see one of the requirements is Security Plus, right? And CISA Plus, so 2 CompTIA certifications, right? Also they have the GCIH, GCFA, these are a bit advanced. I think this is Incident Handler and Forensics Analyst, I believe. And then we have the second job here, which is a company called Management Solutions International, and it's for an IT security analyst role. So basically also you can see here the requirement, CompTIA Security Plus, along with the CCNA, which is provided in the Networking 2 course, I believe. It's still provided. and the SANS incident handling certifications and whatever. So these are also a bit advanced and more expensive, actually, the SANS certifications. Then we have the third job, which is also another job similar to this, IT security analyst, and it's in Qatar Chemical Company, right? So, as you know, here in the energy sector, this is the most well-sought sector that you can be employed in. So yeah, again, CompTIA Security Plus. So what I want you to understand is this is not a, just any certifications. This is a very fundamental certification that, in my opinion, you must get. Please. So why is this certificate relevant to us as cybersecurity professionals? So it covers like I said before, it covers the foundational cybersecurity concepts, right? So, general security concepts, security architecture, security operations, how to manage a company's security program, right? And also it aligns with the real world security task and challenges. So what I mean by this is, for example, if you want to become a penetration tester, you cannot just, fire up Linux and then go and hack a machine and write a report without knowing the fundamentals first, right? So this is why it's very important. And the third bullet point, it prepares you for job roles in the IT security, specifically entry-level roles. So like I showed you before, as you can see, most of them, they want this certification. And the most important point, in my opinion, it builds a strong, knowledgeable base for advanced certifications. So when you go and get the OSCP, or when you go and get, for example, the CEH, also some concepts in the CCNA, although it's a networking certification, does require some of that background security concepts. And lastly, it enhances employability and career progression. So when you have this certification, think of yourself in the job market as a important asset, right? So the more certifications you have, the more your market value will increase, right? So the more employers will, start looking out for you, basically. Yeah, please, next one. Okay, so what is this exam, and what are the details, and what's the structure of this exam? So you can see the number of exam questions is 90 questions. Now that's what CompTIA says, but actually sometimes it can be 90 or less, right? So for example, when I took the certification, I got, I believe, 77 questions. So it's a maximum of 90, but you can get less, depending if you're lucky or not on that day. The exam duration, so normally around the world, you can say 90 minutes, but actually here in Qatar, it's 120 minutes. So why is it 120 minutes here but not around the world? Because here in Qatar, there is no, or actually CompTIA, they do not provide an Arabic version of this exam, right? So I believe it's English, Spanish, and 3 other languages. But because there is no Arabic version, that's why it's 120 minutes here. So they give you an extra 30 minutes, to compensate for that, for the disadvantage that some students may have here, especially for Arabic-speaking students. Now the types of questions. This exam has multiple choice questions, right? So just like what we have here, multiple choice, and there's true and false, and there's scenario-based questions, right? Performance-based questions, they call them, PBQs. So PBQs, they consist of true and false. They might give you a scenario, they might give you like a certain network and tell you what is the specific attack that's happening. It might be drag and drop, it might be matching question. So these are all addressed under the performance-based questions. But from my experience, when I took the exam, 85 to 90% of the questions were MCQs. Now, this exam, the Security Plus, it uses this scoring scale, right? And actually, I believe not only the Security Plus, the CompTIA certifications as a whole, they use the scoring scale. So it's between 100 and 900. 100 being the worst grade, 900 being the maximum grade that you can get. And to pass the Security Plus, you need 750 out of 900. So that equates to, I believe, 83.3%. So 83.3% of the questions you need to get right in the exam just to pass. The exam format, so you can either take it at a physical testing center, like I did, or you can take it online, right? Now, in my opinion, taking it in person is the best approach. Now, why do you guys think that? Because actually, if you take it online, you have to set up your environment in a very particular way, and they're very stringent about this. They're very cautious about, even if you have a single device beside you, or even if they hear one small sound in your room, that is enough to disqualify you from the online exam. So it's better to just, have that, or just remove that stress and take it at a physical testing center. The registration process took me like 5 minutes, and then I went straight away and did the actual exam. Now, as I said, this exam is offered in multiple languages except Arabic. And the exam fee. Now, this is the important part, guys. The exam fee is $404. Now, I know as students, we cannot afford this. I mean, $404 is like, how much is it in riyals? Like 1,000 plus? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but it is expensive. So, but fortunately, there is a way to get a 50% discount on this exam. I will share with you the steps after the session if you guys are interested, where basically you have to contact CompTIA. You have to prove that you are a university student. So they might ask for your student ID, they might ask for your transcript or something. Then they will give you almost a 50% discount. So one of the guys that I know, I believe he paid like $210 or $215, right? Which is, okay, still not cheap, but it's better than paying $404, right? And unfortunately, our university, they do not have a partnership with CompTIA yet, but I did talk to Dr. Abdul Latif, and they are working on a partnership, inshallah, with CompTIA, maybe to provide 80% discounts or something, inshallah, in the future. Yep. Next one, please. Okay. So, we have, these are the exam domains that are covered, right, for the Security Plus exam. So we have 5 domains. We have general security concepts, threats, vulnerabilities, and mitigations, security architecture, security operations, and security program management and oversight. And as you can see, not all of them are worth equally, right? So you can see the one that's worth a lot is the security operations here. So 28% of the exam will be about this domain. 22% of the exam will be about threats, vulnerabilities, and mitigations. And the third place is the security program management and oversight at 20% of the exam. The security architecture will cover 18% of the exam, and the one that will not appear as often in the exam is the general security concepts at 12%. So just a show of hands, have you guys covered any of these, maybe certain topics that relate to these domains? No? Hamid, I believe in the intro to data and cybersecurity, we do actually touch on a bit of these, right? So yeah, but maybe some of you guys still haven't taken intro to cybersecurity. You have? Yeah.
How similar
Yes.
is CC to CompTIA Security Plus? How similar are they?
Okay, so the certified in cybersecurity is actually another good certification. It also covers the foundational concepts, just like what the Security Plus does. So have you taken the CC, Certified in Cybersecurity? Okay, so if you have taken that, I wouldn't advise taking the Security Plus, because actually they both cover foundational concepts and they're both theoretical. So if you take one or the other, that's fine. You do need to take both, basically, is what I'm saying. But in my opinion, when I took the Security Plus, it covered a wide range of topics. I think even more than the CC, Certified in Cybersecurity. So yeah, these were the exam domains. By the way, guys, please stop me at any time if you have any questions or something. So I took a screenshot of the 5 domains. Now, obviously, these are not all of the topics that are covered, guys. I just took a few topics from each domain, but these are not all of the topics. So, for example, here you can see in the general security concepts, we have, like for example, they will cover technical categories, managerial categories, operational category, physical, and then also the actual control types, preventive, deterrent, detective, corrective, right? And then you will cover the threats, vulnerabilities, and mitigations. So, nation states, script kiddies, shadow IT, whatever, these are all covered here. Also, what are their attributes and what are their motivations? And for example, here in the security architecture, so here you will actually know how the entire IT infrastructure works and how to secure it at each layer, right? So for example, on the server level, on the actual endpoint desktop level, on the actual network level, right? So this is what will be covered in this domain. Then we have the security operations here. So basically, these these topics cover like how to perform the day-to-day operations. So like for example, monitoring a network using a SIEM, right? Or maybe doing the actual hardening of these devices. So how to deploy antivirus, and what are the other measures that you can take to secure your network endpoints. And here at the end, so this is my favorite domain actually. It's the security program management and oversight. So if you're looking to go into GRC, governance, risk, and compliance, this is what this domain is all about, right? So it covers how to create a security program for your company. What are the specific contracts, security contracts between you and the third-party vendors. It also discusses some supply chain risks, right? So for example, if I am contracting a third-party company to do the security tasks, if they are vulnerable, then I'm vulnerable as well. So it covers, how to create a very good security program for your company. Okay, so these are the actual study materials that I used, right? So I began studying for this certification around, I believe, mid-April, right? And when I started studying for this certification, I collected all of the resources that helped me on my journey. So, do you guys know about Professor Messer? He has a YouTube channel. No? Professor Messer? Okay. So this guy actually is one of the best guys that you can watch to get the Security Plus. And everything he provides is completely free. So when I was watching him, right, he actually has 121 videos covering every single topic in the Security Plus, right? So all of the domains, all of the topics that I showed you, plus obviously the rest of the other topics. And also every month he has a Security Plus study group, right? So basically this is a 2-minute live stream that he does every month, once per month. And basically what he does is he covers some Security Plus questions that are very similar to the exam, guys. So when I took this exam, actually I noticed most of the questions that he provides in his live streams are very close to the actual exam. So I would really recommend that you guys look at his study groups. And also, by the way, when he shows you the correct answer for a question, it doesn't only show you the correct answer, but shows you why the wrong answers are wrong. So this will also help you to solidify your knowledge about the other topics also. Now, the third resource that I recommend is looking at the actual CompTIA Security Plus exam objectives. So I can actually show you this. Sorry, Ali, just a minute. Let me show you this. Sorry. Yeah, it's fine. The exam objectives. So these are the exam objectives here. Hope you guys can see that. So basically, this document is provided by CompTIA. And as you can see, these are the domains that I showed you, along with the weightage. And these are all of the topics that are covered. So you can see, like for example here, this is domain 1, and it shows you, right? CIA, non-repudiation, AAA, gap analysis, zero trust. It shows you all of the topics that you need to know for your exam. Yeah, please go. And yeah, and also, you have other topics also that relate to the general security concepts. Just a minute. And yeah, and also you can see these are the threats, vulnerabilities, and mitigations. So this may seem like a lot of content to you guys, but actually a lot of stuff is repeated. But it's repeated in different domains. That's it. That's why it seems like there is a lot of topics. So don't be discouraged by that. So yeah, you can see these are the topics for the security architecture, security operations. Security operations is the longest domain, actually. It has the most amount of topics. And this is the fifth domain also, as you can see. This is the shortest domain out of all of them. Yep. So all of the resources will be shared in the group, in our WhatsApp group, and also in the Discord server. So what I'm thinking to do is to create a sub-channel in the Discord server where you guys can collaborate if you want to take this or if you want to study for this exam. You guys can share resources, and you can look at all of these resources will be available on that channel also, right? So yeah, and also there is a mobile application that you guys can install. Okay, so I believe it is available on iOS, but I'm not sure on Android, but I will check for you guys. So this mobile application, it provides more than 1,000 practice questions to study for the Security Plus. And these questions are across all the 5 domains, and they only cover what is written in the exam objectives document. Nothing from the exam will come out of the exam objectives. I'm telling you that for sure. So you can see here also the final resource that really helped me is Crucial Exams. So Crucial Exams is this website over here. Yeah, this is the Crucial Exams website. So you can see they have 1,400 practice questions, 374 flashcards, and they have also 2 performance-based questions. And you can see here they have 3 practice tests. And they also have, you can see they have a study mode. So basically what this does is whenever you take practice exams in this website, it will highlight for you the questions that you always get wrong, right? Or the questions that you most commonly get wrong. And then this will help you more effectively identify the gaps in your knowledge while you're studying, all right? And yeah, you can see here they also have performance-based questions and these flashcards. And yeah, they also have discount voucher. But like I told you guys, for the discount voucher, I will tell you exactly how to get, almost a 50% discount for the students, inshallah, through CompTIA. Yeah. So, please, yeah. Now I will talk about, what are the objectives of the study group that I want to create. So, and what is the structure of this study group? So basically, I thought of, okay, why not create a collaborative learning environment for the students who want to get this certification, right? So you guys can exchange resources. You guys can maybe form mini study groups together where you can study the specific exam domains and topics, right? And basically, we will be having a weekly session, right? So today is the first session, right? But today is only an introduction to the certification. But not next week, because next week is midterms. We will not have any sessions. But the week after that, we'll be having our first official session where we will actually start covering the first domain, general security concepts, right? So this will be led by me, and I will go in depth about each topic, where you guys can ask me questions about these topics, and we can, inshallah, help you guys get this certification. Also, there will be some discussions and knowledge check questions at the end. So at the end of each session, let's say, for example, the next session, I will be covering general security concepts, which is the first domain. I will provide you guys with maybe 5 to 10 multiple choice questions so you can test your knowledge about what we took in that session. Okay? And obviously, I will be preparing additional internal exam resources. So I will be gathering even more resources. I will try looking across other websites that I did not know about before, and I will try to gather all of these resources for you guys, and inshallah share them with you in the Discord sub-channel, inshallah. Okay, so these are just some general tips that you can use in order to prepare for this exam. So the first tip I recommend that you guys do is to focus on the domains that match the exam weightage. So as you guys can see here in the document where I showed you the weightage, so just scroll up. Yeah, so here. So you can see the domain with the most weightage is security operations. So try to focus on that domain first. right? Try to understand everything in that domain, and then go chronologically based on the weightage of these domains. So maybe focus on this, make this your first priority, then focus on the second domain, which is 22%, then focus on the fifth domain, and like that, right? So based on the weightage. Yeah. And use these exam objectives as a study guide, as a reference point for you guys, right? So the current version of this exam is SY0-701, right? And basically, every 3 to 4 years, I believe, they come up with a new version. So the last version was SY0601 and so on, right? But for each version, they provide the exam objectives that I just showed you now. And do not learn anything outside of these exam objectives, please, because none of the other stuff will come. Everything will come from the exam objectives. And also try to take frequent practice exams to assess your knowledge after each topic. So for example, in our next session, when we cover the first domain, I might cover maybe 6 to 7 subtopics in that domain. So after we do that, try to go online using the resources that I just showed you and try to find relevant practice exams to the topics that were covered in that session. Okay, and also try to use a combination of videos, practice questions, and labs for a comprehensive approach on your learning journey, right? So the Professor Messer videos, okay, and the practice questions that I provided to you guys, as well as also I will try to create some practical labs for you guys to help solidify those theoretical concepts, inshallah. Now you might be saying, this is not a practical exam. Why should we be doing labs? But actually, for example, if you take a lab about, I don't know, access control lists or something, which is one of the topics. So when you do, a lab where you use those access control lists and where you actually configure file permissions and all that, it will help the concept stick in your mind, right? So when you go and do these practice questions, you will say, oh, I actually did a lab about that. So this will help, help you study more effectively and recall that information, inshallah. And for the last bullet point, always take frequent notes. So in our first session of the club, my colleague Muhammad mentioned that you can use Notion or you can use Obsidian. Yeah? These are some of the best note-taking applications that I've used, honestly. Always take frequent notes. And also try to take frequent notes about every topic, right? Especially the topics that are not, that are a bit challenging. Like for example, in the first domain, there is a couple of topics about cryptography. So cryptography is a bit of a challenging concept to grasp. So, try to take frequent notes. Okay, so these are more tips, but tips that you can use when you're doing the actual exam. So when you're doing, when you're doing the actual exam, try to manage your time wisely. So as I said, you can have up to 90 questions or less, and you will be given 120 minutes, but 90 minutes for the other countries. So try to manage your time, guys. So what I would recommend is to first do the performance-based questions in the exam. So as soon as you click the start button on the exam, the first few questions will not be multiple choice. The first few questions, I think 2 to 3, will be performance-based questions. Like I said, drag and drop, matching, true and false, all of that. So try to answer these questions since they take a bit of time, then proceed to the multiple choice questions. Now also, choosing the testing method, you can either do it online or at home, like I mentioned. For me, I would recommend that you guys do it at a reputable testing center. And I will be sharing exactly which testing center I did my exam at, if you guys are interested. Because, just doing it online is too much, too much. Set up this, do this, no need to do that. So so these are some certification exam tips, and here these are some tips that you can do before taking the exam, like reviewing the exam objectives, like I said, building up confidence through these practice exams, right? So the more practice exams you do and the more multiple choice questions that you go through, the more your confidence will increase, right? So you will notice after doing maybe between 100 to 300 multiple choice questions, you will see your confidence, starting to increase, and inshallah you will be ready for the actual exam. And sorry, yeah.
Are there any short answer or long answer questions?
Short answer, and okay, so these will be under the performance-based questions. Short answer or long answer? In my experience, I did not receive any long answer questions. Like for example, you know how here sometimes they give you a long answer where you have to write like one paragraph explaining something? I don't think that's in the CompTIA Security Plus exam. But what you will be getting is maybe fill in the blanks, right? So because I know some people who took the exam, the only thing that they had to write is like fill in the blanks, but the rest was just drag and drop and matching, and that's it. Yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, so in conclusion, guys, please, if you are interested in taking the certification, especially if you guys are first year, do not be scared of this certification, because actually this is probably the most beginner-friendly certification that you will ever do. And it's also the most sought after, so it's a win-win situation, you know. So try to join the weekly club study group sessions. And also, you know, like I said, I will be creating a separate channel in our Discord. So try to share study resources and collaborate with each other. And also, please do not hesitate to come to me personally, you know, if there are certain topics that you don't understand, certain domains that you find challenging. Like I said, the cryptography topics are a bit hard. So do not hesitate to contact me personally. And also, you know, finally, do not feel overwhelmed. Okay, I know when I showed you the actual exam objectives, you guys saw that there were like a lot of topics, and you know, maybe you guys thought that this will take you 1 year to finish. No, I did it in 5 months, you know, and the reason why it took me 5 months was because I was going at my own pace. You know, I know some people who took them like 1 month to study for this certification, and also to finish all of the topics.
I was about to mention, he said, yeah, he took 5 months for his certification. In my case, which was CH, was one of the hardest one. I only spent like, you can say 4 weeks just to review it. Then I did the exam. It's all memorizing. If you're good at memorizing, it's fine. It's a GG. Then, yeah. If it's practical, then yeah, you should take your time, 2 or 3 months to practice. Yeah, but this is theoretical.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, Ali mentioned memorization. In my opinion, yeah, there are some things to an extent that you need to memorize. But try not to go through that path, because, you know...
understanding, yeah.
Yes.
Forgive me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what you wanted to mention, right?
Thank you.
It's fine, no worries. Yeah, so you will notice when you're doing the actual exam, all of the questions are scenario based. So, for example, you guys know what the CIA is, right? Confidentiality, integrity, and availability. It will not ask you what is the CIA or what does CIA stand for. That will never come in the exam. It will give you a scenario, right? A specific scenario, and it will tell you this guy tried to hack this company using this tool. What kind of attack is this, for example? So these will be the types of questions that you will get. Do not feel overwhelmed. The exam is easier than you think, inshallah. And you know, I hope that you guys will join us in these study group sessions. And I hope that you are motivated to, you know, take this certification, because trust me, it is one of the most fundamental certifications. Especially, you know, whether you want to be a SOC analyst, penetration tester, GRC analyst, whatever. You need the certification, trust me. And yeah, thank you so much, and good luck on your learning journey. You guys have any questions about the Security Plus, about anything, cybersecurity, anything? Nothing? Okay. Please, just a moment. So after you get your certification, the certification is valid for 3 years. So in my case, I got it in September 2024, and it will be expired in 2027, September 2027. Yeah, please.
Early to start for this certification as a first-year student.
So you are a first-year student, and you're thinking, should I start the certification or not?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely, you need to. Actually, the earlier you start, the better. You know, and you will notice there is a course called Introduction to Data and Cybersecurity. If you start the certification from now, I'm telling you, in that course, you will get 100%. Not 99, not 98, you will get an A in that course. Because this certification covers everything in the introduction to data and cybersecurity and more also. So absolutely, yeah, I think you should start from now. I understand that you guys have, courses, right? Some of you guys even take five courses even. So do not try to solely focus on the certification. Maybe each week do a few topics, 3 to 4 topics. And this is why it took me a long time, because I was doing the winter semester and I was doing the spring semester also. So, every week I was studying maybe 5 to 6 topics. So yeah, please, I think you should start now. Yeah. Any more questions? Yes.
Are there any practical trainings? Because as you said, these certifications are for like concept-based, right?
Yeah.
To use the tools practically, we should we should do after that a practical training.
So your question is, should I do the practical training while I'm studying for this, you mean?
After I study this,
Ah.
so I won't get a job based on a certificate, right?
Of course, yeah.
I would have to do training on each tool.
Okay, so you touched on a very good point, actually. No certification will get you a job, okay? So, when I guys showed you the actual jobs, you see it lists the Security Plus, right? But just if you get the Security Plus only, doesn't mean that you're gonna get the job. You see these certifications, and even our bachelor degree, guys, it will not get you a job. It will help, but based on the degree alone, that will not get you the job. The degree alone and any individual certification will not get you the job, but it will reserve the right to an interview. Right? So this is the advantage of getting these certifications and of getting our bachelor degree, is to only reserve the right to get an interview. Now, once you get to the interview, this is a whole another bold game, you have to impress the guy who's in front of you, So this is where these certifications come in. When you actually get the interview, these fundamental concepts that you learn throughout the Security Plus and all other certifications will help you get the job, not the certification itself. So back to your question, I actually do believe, this will not teach you the tools, so the actual hands-on skills, this will not teach you that. But I recommend that you pair it up with some labs. So there are many labs, you can do try hack me labs, hack the box, whatever, but try to do the labs that relate to these concepts. So like I will give you an example. There is a topic in domain 5, I believe, which talks about the penetration testing phases, which is actually what we covered last session, I believe, yeah? Yeah, exactly. So try to learn the tools that relate to these topics. So try to learn Nmap tools, because actually there is a whole scanning section, a section that talks to you about how to, not how to use Nmap, but what Nmap does, right? And scanning and enumeration. So try to pair it up with these labs. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, there are actually, trainings provided by some companies like Cyber TTP. Do you recommend their training?
Cyber TTP.
Yeah.
TTP, yes, I remember.
I think we have heard about this company.
Actually, they offer me to work with them, and they're good companies. But I have better than Cyber to offer this kind of thing. Even I can do, create my own, tutorial and teach it about the tools. I can have a session, so I can only cover about the tools and go in depth. There are other ones you can go and try, like you said, try hack me. It's one of those. It teach you one out of time, teach you how to use them. Masalan, in demo, what did I do? So I use some kind of scripting techniques. That's why I send the Linux YouTube for you guys, because in that YouTube it covers all the method of using Linux commands, and to the point you combine each Linux, and combining the Linux command will make a script, and it's very powerful. Nowadays, hackers or penetration testers are becoming in a script side. Why? Because the only thing that impress them is automation. Do you know what automation means? So it works.
Yeah.
So
But coming back to your question, because I know we went on a bit
Yeah.
of a rant there.
yeah.
But yeah, you do not need to pay for any course, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's there outside, online, free.
Exactly.
But you don't know the source, which one you have to go. For this, you know, just approach us.
Yeah.
We will.
All of the resources that I listed in this PowerPoint are free. Nothing is paid. So in my opinion, you know, personally, I did not use any paid resource. All I used was Professor Messer's videos, study groups, and I followed these exam objectives. And also, if you Google in YouTube Security Plus SY0-701 multiple choice questions, you will find a lot of free videos and practice questions, and the website that I mentioned, Crucial. These are all free resources, guys. So yeah, there is no need to pay for anything, in my opinion.
There's Udemy courses, you know.
Yeah.
Some, but you know, I can find the free ones in internet. The paid ones, I can find them in free.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to know how to dig in the Google, no? So don't go with the Cyber TTP. I don't recommend it for you.
Yeah. Any more questions? Okay, then I guess thank you so much, guys, and good luck on you know, your learning journey. So yeah, thank you so much.